Alrighty guys, welcome back to Dutch Diecast Collector. If you're new to the show, also a very big welcome. Thanks for watching. Today we got a Harrier GR9 800 NOS disbandment scheme. So it's mainly the red tail that is that scheme. I just had a quick peek. It's a used model, bought it off Vinted actually. It said new, now new far from. This was taped shut and it's cracked all the way. Box is cracked in multiple spots. So when you're advertising, always be sure to advertise correctly, especially the dirt on the outside. Just mark everything. Luckily it was not super expensive, but still could have done better, this person. So let's have a look what's inside. We'll do that from this side that's already damaged, seeing that it's taped up and stuff. I already cut it open. I had a look if all the parts were in there because yeah, my mood went down instantly when I saw that. Let's have a look at the model first. Now the cockpits, they are always a bit wonky. Don't be surprised by that part. Let's have a look first at the plane. So of course the disabandonment scheme. The tail is really weak. Not many of my Harriers have this issue. I don't own many of them. I think I have now 2 left that I sold my last ones. But for the rest, not too bad looking. The tail at least is nice. But wonky at the end here, the connection to the tail. Of course the cockpit, let's get it out of the way. There are quite some details in there, so that's really nice. All the dashboard parts are in there. The fuel probe stored away, you cannot move it out, by the way, that's not possible. And then of course the sensor details and the tail details here in the bottom, nicely done. Of course the exhaust pipes for the vertical takeoff are fully movable, so that's really cool. And nice, so you could do a vertical takeoff like it should be. All the connections usually for weapons are quite good. The stand holder is a complete piece. There are 2 lot flaps and a lot of parts. So let me get all the parts for you guys and show you how it looks. By the way, open canopy is quite simple. So a lot of people, I also made this mistake in the beginning. You think like, oh, there's a pin missing, it's snapped off. No, it's not really. It's just to put it in the open mode. So yeah, that's something that I just wanted to share quickly. I'll put all the weapons out. So there you have it, all the parts that it comes with. Let's go over them one by one. So one Sidewinder missile, nicely detailed with the colors. Fitment usually is quite good of these. Some, I think, air-to-ground missiles. I have never seen these before. If somebody can link me the name of these. I think they tried to make the little glass canopies in the front of the weapon guidance. There are quite a lot of them. Then some empty pylons for empty weapons. Weapon platforms that are installable later phases. This one we already did. Then there's another empty pylon for the Sidewinder, I believe. 2 large fuel tanks. Details on the fuel tanks are quite okay usually. The fitment also, but again, like sanding details are poor usually. Luckily Harriers are not super expensive, even new. The canopy, as I mentioned, the inner working details are quite poor, but okay. And then again, the canopy itself it's okay detailed. It's not much better than a real one. Pilot figure seems a bit big for the plane, but then again, the Harrier is not super big. So yeah, or the AV8 as some would say. A little front flap here, and the closed and open version. The stabilizers on the bottom, I believe these are stabilizers, but again, the Harrier guys can correct me if I'm wrong. I have a lot of viewers from the United Kingdom. Please let me know. Wheels up, wheels down on the wings, and wheels up and down on center or down in centers. I think we have all the gear hatches and so on. Here, this is the smallest gear hatch that you can have in the plane, actually, which is funny to see always. Then let's have a quick look at the plane. I might have still one on the plane, yeah. So this one needs to pop out for the gear open. I have no tool with this plane, so I took one of my own set. And it pops out quite easy. Be careful always with those little claps. They're easy to lose. Put them always in Ziploc bags if you really want to keep them with you. We'll first put it on stand just to show you how it looks on stand without weaponry on it. And then later on we'll put it on the wheels and show you all the details. So there you have it on stand. Took me a little bit to get the outer missiles on there, the ground air-to-ground. They needed quite some white glue and still they're quite loose on there. So be careful with those. I didn't put all the flaps and claps, and you see even some of my white glue art here on there. It looks really cool with all the little missiles, but these are, as you can see, they're just very barely on there. Like, pooh, would not touch them too much. But it looks really cool, and ridiculously stupid to have that many weapons on something. The canopy also is quite poor fitment, so it drops down too deep, and if you put it up, it holds quite okay, but you need to really put it in place and don't let go, and then you have a gap. So not really nice, but it's okay. Let me put her on wheels and show you the finish. Alrighty guys, there you have it, a finished Harrier. Now the only thing that I have here on this one is a floppy tail, let's say. For the rest, everything fitted quite well, except for the outer missile packs. They needed a lot of white glue, and one of the wheels needed a little bit of white glue. But that's more related to, most likely, just poor fitment from the factory. Would not accept it if it was brand new out of the box. I would have sent it back. But for the rest, for a used model for 20 euros, with some shipping, it was a 28 euro from Spain. Actually, a really nice little model. Seller could have been a bit more honest on the box, but then again, for the price, should you complain? Nah, not really. You always try to complain a little bit, of course, that's human. But then again, a very nice model. I hope you guys like this. Please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. It's always very welcome. If not, I hope to see you guys next time. And thank you, and stay safe. Bye-bye.